What is up, everyone? This is Hurricane090 and we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 rooms for the room event of podcast. We are in season 22, room 3 out of 10, and this is what we have to show for the top 10. Coming in 10th place with 774 votes, we have Katie Keiju. Now this is a professional podcast. We have ourselves the posters right there, we have Revel Minds, we have Outer Minds, we have ourselves a sound type of foam that you put onto the wall so that you'll be able to dampen the echo effect or the acoustics as well. Then we have a soundboard, we have somebody manning the station right there with the television. They know their stuff, they know their own thing when it comes to this whole entire podcast. Professional equipment, we have ourselves some wires. We don't have anyone manning the cameras though, but of course if they were to stand still, we'll be fine. We see that we have the gaming shelves as well with Pewdiepie's Brofist type of neon lights. We have the 10 million diamond plaque with some trophies in the background. There's Pewdiepie, there's Editor Brad, which is absolutely perfect because Brad needs to get more attention. They included the lights and as well as the boom mic. They know their stuff when it comes to podcasts. And then we have ourselves the water bottle there, which I would assume it is the G Fuel type of reference there. Again, this is very professional setting as well, especially when we have Edgar right there. Where's Maya though? I do not see Maya. Where Maya could be at, I have no idea. But I really like the use of the floor paneling from the Craniac, which it comes in lifestyle where you're able to just place it anywhere on the floor, which gives it a nice touch of scenery. But overall, this is a very professional setup for a podcast. I am very impressed of a lot of things that they included and the small details as well. Coming in 9th place with 799 votes, we have Cigar Nawa. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Now we have another professional type of podcast right here. Well, we have the tuber right there with the trophies and the gaming shelf, so added more decoration. We have we have a few people manning the soundboard here. 2 of them to be exact. There's a lot of things, a lot of production going on here. At least we have somebody with the microphone maybe doing the whole voiceover when needed. We have Brad the editor being the cameraman. What better way to be the editor than to actually film the whole entire podcast to your liking? And we have good use of decoration. We have ourselves a laptop right there. We have some recording audio type of deal. We have a boom arm too. We have some different types of decoration. And even in the background, there's a microphone there. But at least there's nobody behind there. But again, with the whole decoration, we have a TV there. We have the light setting. We have a couch right there. We have Pewdiepie and a few guests. And we have even food in the table right there too. What's also good about this is the emoticons or the emojis on top of the tubers' heads, so we get to see how they are feeling or how are they reacting to the whole podcast. But I wonder what she is so angry about. But this is another impressive room if I do say so myself. Coming in 8th place with 831 votes, we have Kaia Morrow. Now this is more comedic than anything. Nice job on doing that. What we got here in the background, we got makeup and a mirror for the artists to make themselves look pretty. Then we have ourselves some water, some food, some pizza, some fruits on the table. Then in the center, what we have here is that we have animals. So this is an animal type of podcast. So very comedic as well. Even the fish has its own boom mic. I wonder what a fish would have to say about this whole entire thing. We have 2 chimpanzees, we have Edgar, Maya, and Slippy as well. Mainly this is a comedic type of podcast, and you gotta give them props for that one. Coming in 7th place with 845 votes, we have Jasmine Otto Cuido. Hopefully I pronounced that name correctly. And looks like we have a smaller room, but even then, it's still detailed. We have a soundboard, we have a cameraman with the soundboard, that is new here. At least we have a door to get in and get out of the area, so again, that is very nice added detail. Then we have ourselves 4 standing tubers right here, and then we have ourselves a main tuber as part of the whole entire podcast too. You even have a camera on its side too, right there, right by the screen. Then we have ourselves different type of microphone. We got food in the middle. We have Alexa to play some music if needed. We got pizza. We got posters. We have the 10 million diamond plaque right there. And we also have Danny DeVito right there in the background too. And we have Ainsley there too, along with the 100,000 and the 1 million subscriber plaque. And then we have ourselves a camera at the center where hopefully it's going to be a good wide shot angle to get everybody's face in. It would be better if you actually included more cameras just for different angles. But even then, nice work. You added some lights too. That makes it more realistic when it comes to a podcast that has a video form. Coming in 6th place with 908 votes, we have Turnadisc, aka Tuber Central. Gotta say, very nice indeed. Tuber Podcast, is that going to be a thing that you're going to create in the near future? Who knows, but looks like we have ourselves a good room to look at here. We got a robot playing the pinball machine. Wouldn't that be a little bit more distracting if you keep hearing pinball machines in the background? And then what we got here is that we got some musical notes on the floor. More decoration on the floor, not bad at all. We got ourselves a hoverboard, we got ourselves the fantasy type of trophy there too. There's Maya right there. Where's Edgar? There is Edgar. More of the actual decorations along the matters of that. We have ourselves the figurine, the lava lamp, Alexa, more of the type of items right here. Just makes it more fancy in the background, especially for the camera and the camera angles. Are there actual cameras? Well, we have one facing good old Keemstar right there, because that's pretty much a Keemstar reference right there. You cannot say that isn't Keemstar. And at least we have more cameras for different type of angles. We have Brad right there. We also have Pewdiepie. Then we have the goth girl right there. And I like the use of the atom or the fireball in the background just to make it more pizzazz type of deal. Well, I wonder what that will be a reference of. I would not know. Let me know in the comment section below. But what we have here is that we also have Tuber Central himself in the actual podcast having a grand old time. But is there something you want to tell us, Tuber Central? Are you going to make your very own podcast? We'll find out in the near future. Coming in 5th place with 916 votes, we have Dodgy Dave. And it looks like we have a cozy type of podcast right here. We have food right there in the corner if you want to get some coffee, cookies, or eat some chips or soda before the live stream or the podcast, which it could be a live stream nevertheless. We have ourselves a person working the soundboard. We have ourselves the foam for the dampening of the acoustics or echo in the room. We got a ton of decorations in the background, and it looks like at some point we will be playing video games, especially with the TVs. I like how they're stacked upon each other just to add more effect. 4-player screen, split screen, you have your very own TV to work with. There's the 50 million subscriber plaque, the 10 million subscriber plaque. We got some lights, we got some pizza and laptops and cameras and microphones, all professional type setting. There's Jacksepticeye right there joining in the whole ordeal, Pewdiepie right there, and then another person which would be a special guest. But at least Brad is manning one of the cameras as well, making it easier to edit. And then we have another person manning the other camera. Good job with the detail. Or maybe that's supposed to be Markiplier, because what I see right there is that we have Pewdiepie, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier icons and posters. So maybe this is a whole triad of the people of the top gaming YouTubers here just getting together to make a podcast. Wouldn't that be something? I wonder what crazy stories will they be all able to share throughout the whole entire live stream type of, well, it could be a live stream, but mainly the podcast series if they were ever to get together just to do podcasts in the near future. Coming in 4th place with 1,004 votes, we have the Liontuber or the Liontuber. However you pronounce your name, I hopefully pronounce it one or the other correctly. Now I'm kind of confused here. Is it like a reverse type of podcast? Because we have two different Pewdiepies working the station here. One of the Pewdiepies working the soundboard while the other Pewdiepie working the camera, or really the computer and everything else along the matters of that. The camera's facing to him. Maybe he's the one that's making the videos right there. He is a CEO after all. Maybe that's how it goes. It kind of looks like it. There's all the plaques, there's all the trophies, there's the soundboard or the soundproof type of foam on the walls as well. Then in the center, this is where the podcast happens. And then we have ourselves a good old fashioned type of, I don't even remember what it is. Is that supposed to be one of the panels as well, just to make the sound dampening tube where he just spray paints it all together? I'm not too sure about that. I don't even remember that. What we can see here is that we have ourselves a gamer, a chimpanzee, then we have a mascot, and another gamer just sitting down. Maybe that's the podcast. Again, this looks like a reverse podcast to me. I have no idea what's going on here. Even then, that's still creative as I see it. Pewdiepie is the one that is helping making the whole production work well here. Now we are at the top 3 of the podcast event, with number 3 being Not Cool Tony with 1,010 votes. And this is more of a simple type of podcast room too. We have cameras right there. We have the people of the podcast sitting down. One of them is enjoying himself. We have the boom arm. We have some cameras right there, some laptops, some music playing in the background. And then we have some other decorations just for added effect so that the room is not empty. We have ourselves the couch and the posters just for more of the ambience. Nice use of the neon lights though. That's very cool, especially with the light one from the sci-fi event onto the floor. Then we have Brad with the soundboard along with the tuber herself just in the background as well. Maybe watching the whole live stream type of podcast go down too, just to make sure everything is running smoothly. Coming in second place with 1,012 votes, we have Makarov69. And what we have here is a very, very busy room. This is a very large podcast if I do say so myself. Just look at the decorations there too. It makes it all more realistic. We have Edgar and Maya on top of the Craniac type of mini game here. Then we have ourselves some other items in the background. Tons of pizza. Now look at all those pizzas. Everybody's being hungry today. We even have some doggos right there. Oh, look at the doggos. They are so cute. We have a camera in the center. We have ourselves a cat tower. Just everyone's having a grand old time. We even have some ninja stars on the wall too. So that's pretty new. And look at all the posters there too. Look at how many posters that the person has posted up here. I see we have Isopod-chan poster. We have an Ansi Ari poster. We have ourselves the subscriber milestone plaques. A TV, then we have Tesaro poster, we have my poster in the background behind the Pewdiepie cutout. Then we have T-Series and the $3.99 Can You Do This Chair posters. And more of my poster right there. There's me right there. Subscribe to Dolan Dark, subscribe to Grande. Then we have Tesaro's poster. It's just all so nice looking. I love how this is all a professional type of setting, which more of a realistic type of podcast area as well. There's bound to be a lot of things in everywhere just to make it more of a cozy type setting. Especially with the different camera angles when you look at it, you want to have something in the background so it doesn't seem like it's an empty room. But even then, look at the center. Look at all the food and the snacks just laid out in front of everybody. We have so many people here. We even have Pewdiepie and Brad, and then we have another Pewdiepie. 2 Pewdiepies to be in fact. Double the Pewdiepie. Double the madness. But this looks like a fun podcast room to be in. And last but not least, because you are in first place with 1,402 votes, we have Serotonin. And I cannot help but laugh at this one, because we have Edgar and Maya. This is the comedic type of podcast, especially with Edgar as the background right here. And we have the podcast called Bark Talk. Come on now. Come on now. This is funny. And we also have the tuber himself wearing the Maya costume behind the green screen, so you don't even get to see the tuber behind the green screen. We have Edgar and Maya being the main attraction and the whole podcast here. But I do not think they actually drink any soda or beer. Maybe that's just more of the aesthetic, just make it more realistic, I guess. But even then, colorful carpet, we have the green screen, we have the camera, we have the microphones, we have ourselves bookshelves, and then we also have Bark Talk. That is still creative. No matter how you look at it, that is still creative and also funny. You gotta give them that. You just gotta give them that. Short and simple and to the point, make sure you tune in to the next episode of Bark Talk. Are cats better than dogs? We will find out in Bark Talk. So these are the top 10 rooms for the podcast event and PewDiePie Super Simulator for Season 22, room 3 out of 10. Out of the 10 rooms you have seen in this video, which of the rooms is your favorite? Let us know in the comment section below by telling us their username of whatever rank they are at, and let us know what did you like about the room. Did you like the design of it? Did you like the references? Did you like the professionalism? Did you like how accurate it is? Let us know in the comment section. So congratulations to the top 10 and especially to the top 3. And also, cannot forget the top 100. If you want to check out the top 100, then be sure to check out Tuber Central's channel to see the top 100 podcast rooms. The link to his channel and video will be at the end of this video as an annotation. Overall, I love the creativeness, there were no copycats, and I'm very happy to see that. But this is going to be the end of this video, so if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like. If you're brand new to the channel and want to see more content, videos, and live streams in the near future, then be sure to subscribe. Feel free to leave down your Pewdiepie Tube Simulator username and as well as the network you are in the comments section below. Have more friends, have more followers, have more gifts, have more fun playing the game every single day, as they are going to continue to update this game every month. And the very next event will be the Last Breath event, so let's see what will happen to the poor victims of Last Breath. One last question, if you happen to participate in the podcast event, what placement have you reached in that event? Let us know in the comments section. But until then, I've been serotonin. Have a great day everyone, and as always, I'll see you guys next time in the new video or live stream. Till my time is gone, I've never felt this way.